Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's EBC video. We're in Spokane, Washington this week. We're along the riverfront here at the Spokane Pavilion. There's this enormous structure here that lights up at night. It's really amazing and beautiful. And then off behind me, there's actually a clock tower from 1902. We're going to be using these things to be thinking a little bit about Matthew 25 verses 1 through 13. In Matthew 25, Jesus is telling a parable about the kingdom of heaven. And it starts like this. He says there are 10 bridesmaids who are waiting for the bridegroom. And they all grab their oil lamps. They go off to find the bridegroom, and 5 of them bring along extra oil. 5 of them don't bring along any extra oil. Now the bridegroom doesn't get there as soon as they think, and they all fall asleep. When they wake up, here comes the bridegroom, the night man says, and the ones who don't have any oil start asking the ones who do have the oil, hey, give us some of oil because our lamps are going out. Well, the 5 who had plenty of oil say, no, there won't be enough for all of us. You go to market and get some more oil quick. Well, the 5 who don't have enough oil, they run off to market, and while they're gone, the bridegroom comes. And when they come back, the place has been shut. And so they're not allowed in at that point. And the parable ends with Jesus saying, keep awake, because you know neither the day nor the hour. Now, this is an amazing parable for a lot of reasons. There's lots of layers to this thing. But what I really want to focus on for a moment is sort of that preparation, right? We're in Spokane today. It's a little rainy. If you didn't bring your rain jacket, you might not be prepared, right? And that's one way to be thinking about this, is sort of this idea of be prepared. But I don't think that Jesus is really talking about this parable as sort of like, just make sure you're bringing along the things that you need, right? There's this really neat feature to what's happening, and that is that there are oil lamps that cast light, right? You're in the dark, and in that time, in ancient times, the oil lamp would have been there to help do work, right? Because you could think about this like all of the bridesmaids are there just sort of watching, keeping watch, right? And if the kingdom of heaven is just everyone is sort of waiting for the kingdom of heaven, sort of like that clock tower back there, is just time is ticking. We're all just sitting around waiting for something to happen. I don't think that's what's happening here, because I think that these lamps are an important piece of the story, that we're hoping that we make sure we've got that oil so that we keep the light going and we can do the things that Jesus wants us to do. All right, so as we're thinking about the oil lamps and the bridesmaids, we want to be thinking about what are we being asked to do? And then the story takes on a little bit more meaning, right? We don't know when Jesus is coming back. And you know what? We don't know how long we're going to be in our earthly lives either. So I think this parable is encouraging us both to be prepared for Jesus' coming, but also to be doing the things that God has for us to do here. Everyone, have a great week.